We are going to get into the Easter spirit this week. So we are going to create an easy Easter graphic using icons. So you're seeing the final design, so make sure you follow along to see how you can create the same design. So I started with this beautiful color palette that I accessed from the link that we have included in the description. So make sure you tap on that to access these beautiful color palettes that are inspired for spring, and you're going to be able to create this. So one of the things that I'm just doing right now is I'm just tapping on the colors, and I'm just pulling from the suggested, which is essentially the ones that you see at the top left. And I'm starting to kind of just have my colors on the side so I can access them as I am adding my content. Now I'm going to go and add text, and I'm just going to write happy. Then I can just go in and adjust all the components, remove the shape. I just want this to be simple, and go in and adjust it. Then I'll go in and add the other word. So happy Easter. Tap on done. I want this one to be larger because I want that to be the focal point. Then I'm actually going to go into the font tool, and one of the greatest updates if you're a premium user or a Adobe Creative Cloud user, you get access to Adobe fonts, which I love. So one of the ones that I'm using is Cuesta Gran. If you want to add more fonts, you can just tap on the plus symbol and you have access to all of them, or search for some new ones. So you just tap on done. I just grabbed one of the ones that I already had in my panel, and then I'm going to go in and just add some more effects to my type. I am actually going to go into the edit panel, and then I am going to duplicate this one. I'll share with you why I'm doing that in just a second. I want to change the color to white because I want to do this nice little fun transparency effect. Then I'm going to bring this white one to the back. So I'm going to tap on order, bring this to the back, and then I'm going to tap on done. Now you have this guy here, and I'm going to tap on the effect tool. I'm going to create this combined drop shadow effect. I'm going to go into the color. And what I'm trying to do is create this nice drop shadow effect, but I also want the colors to reflect what I have with the design. So I'm going to use this beautiful purple, and then I'm just going to drag on. Actually, that's the color that I wanted, but if you want to just drag from the colors there, you can tap on done. Now what I want to do is I actually want to adjust the opacity so that you can kind of see some of the types start to pop out. And I actually made the order of this one a little too far back. So I want to bring this a little further up. And you can kind of see now this little white is peeking through. It actually creates this little beautiful effect. So I can go in and modify it and tweak it, but you get the idea of what we can do with type. Once I have that, all I want to do now is just add my icon. So I'm going to tap on icon. I'm just going to search for zigzag, and I'm just going to tap on done. And I actually just want this to be under my type. So I want this to be one of that forest green that we had. And I'm going to tap on add icon, and I'm going to search for a bunny. You can search for Easter bunny. So that way I can look through all these beautiful designs that I have from a bunny that I can incorporate. And you can literally spend a great amount of time because there's so many great options. So I brought my bunny into the design, and now I have my zigzag, and I added an egg on the side. As you can see, if I pull this guy up, he has more to his body, and how I was able to cut it out is that I literally just placed another icon tool on top of it, or an icon that's like a half circle, and I brought this guy to the back. So in the order, you can kind of see. So as I pull him back, you're able to kind of cut out your icons that way. So it's a really great tip I wanted to share with you. So I just have a solid color egg, and I'm going to just tap on duplicate. And what I'm trying to do here is I'm trying to mimic the drop shadow effect that I had on the type. So I'm just going to select another egg that has a different design so that I can bring that more to the front and start to edit this. I want the color to match the same color as I had on my type. So I'm just going through the suggested. Sometimes it'll pull it up. I actually want this to be the forest green, and I'm going to adjust the opacity a bit. And then I can just go in and place it on top of the background egg and adjust it so that it has this drop shadow effect. So I can use the nudge tool. And as you can see, we're starting to mimic that from the type. Then what I did is, once I have the designs on the left side of the egg and the little nice confetti icon, I just selected them and I just selected multiple, and that's how I was able to just drag and select. And then I just duplicated it so that I was able to duplicate that on the right side. And essentially all I did was adjust the way that the image was placed. So I flipped it so I was able to make it look like it's a mirror effect. And that's how I ended up with the design. So I hope this was inspiring to you and you were able to follow along and create your own. Make sure that as you share these, you use hashtag Adobe Spark so that we can see what you've created. This is Nicte Cuevas of Nicte Creative Design. Until next week.